It's the NFL's greatest season ever on home video. We've taken the best of the best to bring you NFL football that'll grab your gut and cling to your memory. It's like the greatest to the third power. 3 volumes of NFL's greatest ever videos packed in one full-strength gift set. The plays, the players, and the game. This collection, hosted by Steve Zabel, offers the greatest catches, throws, tackles, players, performances, and much more. How much greatness can you handle? Team, nice concept, in life and on the field. The ones you stick by. Here are all the moments you most want to remember from the '94 season. 28 NFL teams, 28 NFL team videos, plus 2 expansion teams.
Hello. Hi there.
We're all a little nosy. Football's a vocal game, and we don't mean play-by-play commentary. And just what is it that the players are shouting at each other?
Hey, baby! We're gonna be here all day, baby!
Intimidation can be more than physical. Words push their weight around, on and off the field. We've grabbed the choicest sound bites so you can experience football as you've never heard it before. In NFL Turf Talk, the 100 greatest sound bites of the NFL.
Okay. This isn't college. You're not at a home conference.
I understand.
This is NFL, which stands for not for long when you make them calls.
Yeah.
I'll be selling groceries.
This is 50 minutes of impact, the pure muscle of the game. Schwarzenegger saving the universe. Hey, you tackle problems every day. It feels good to watch someone else do the impossible for a change. It's NFL's 100 greatest tackles. This is going to be the high point of the season. Nothing comes near it, and you'll want to see it again. Superheroes, superpowered. Coming in February on video, Super Bowl 30. You know when good just doesn't come near it, and great is only halfway there. We're talking the greatest. Be sure to own the greatest season ever on home video from Polygram Video and NFL Films.
There, they wanted to kick the ball to us. They challenged us. Let's take this thing and ram it down their throat. Let's go for 60. Let's go now. Come on. Now, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Going to war and playing in a professional football game are 2 different things. But the same unpredictable elements that often bring victory on the battlefield translate into triumphs on the turf. It was Clausewitz who theorized that strategic and tactical plans do not matter in battle.
Long pass way down.
The variables are infinite. Confusion reigns, and initiative governs all.
Gerard, it is complete.
Such was the case with the 1994 Giants.
Got the first down and more to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Giants.
Their 70th anniversary season did not go smoothly. The Giants fell and stumbled often in 1994. In fact, for 7 weeks, it seemed they could barely walk. But 7 straight knockdowns couldn't keep them out of a season-long fight. Time and again, they rose up, rising up so strongly that they made NFL history by being the first team to lose 7 straight games and still produce a winning season.
Turns around, delayed handle, Hampton, touchdown!
That's it. Way to go. Way to fight. Way to fight.
In 1994, Dan Reeves had reason to be proud. His Giants were one tough group of fighters. Fighters to the very end. In 1994, the Giants' preseason contained a new and fascinating element. For the first time, the Giants took part in the NFL's annual American Bowl series in Europe. While there was much fun and festivity, Dan Reeves and his coaching staff had to make some serious decisions. With retirements and free agency, as many as 10 starting jobs were up for grabs. Phil Simms' departure, meant the torch at quarterback was passed to youngsters Dave Brown and Kent Graham. In Germany, Dan Reeves designated Dave Brown as his starter. For better or worse, much of the Giants' chance for success in 1994 depended upon the development of the talented but untested #1 pick of the 1992 supplemental draft. Opening day at Giants Stadium represented Dave Brown's first NFL start. While Brown's first completion went to Thomas Lewis, the Giants' promising #1 pick in 1994, some reliable veterans helped make Brown's starting debut a dazzling one.
Brown has the ball, hands off, Hampton, touchdown!
No stopping him this
Running back Rodney Hampton converted a turnover into a touchdown before David Meggett's spectacular game-breaking punt return.
And the punt by Berger, a bad one, bounces the 40, takes a Philadelphia bounce. Meggett will run from the 31, gets the 40, 45, gets the 50. One man back is Berger. Berger slows him down, hits him, and he still breaks the tackle. He will score! What a run!
With a comfortable early lead, Dave Brown settled down and struck the Eagles with his first professional touchdown pass.
Again, Philadelphia jumps on a play. Freebie, and Brown throws to Callaway. Callaway will score!
Led by Keith Hamilton and Michael Strahan, the Giants swarmed over Randall Cunningham, sacking the dangerous mobile quarterback 5 times. The Giants clinched their first victory of the new season with David Meggett's great second-effort touchdown run.
Hand off to Meggett, through the middle of the draw, 20, down to 15, first down and more. He's inside to 6, and he goes!
touchdown.
1 week later in Arizona, the Giants got off to an even faster start. An interception by cornerback Felipe Sparks on the game's second play set up a perfectly executed play-action touchdown toss by Dave Brown.
Everybody else is up on the line. Brown might keep. Nope. He's going to throw. Pass play is there. Complete. Touchdown Cross.
What a play fake.
Brown fired a pair of touchdowns to Howard Cross, while the defense, as it did the week before, turned up the heat just as the sun was going down. The Giants returned home to the Meadowlands, where linebacker Corey Miller did Felipe Sparks one better by picking off a pass on the game's first play.
Brooks on the right side, Mitchell directly behind, takes the handoff. No, it's a fake play action. He's going to pass. Throws over the middle, hit on the reception and intercepted. Taken down by the Giants.
Miller's interception set up one score, while some slick play calling and Dave Brown's cool sleight of hand produced another.
Motion thrown left side by Callaway. Takes the handoff. Takes the handle to Callaway. Eludes a tackle and throws deep. End zone. Sherrod. Touchdown!
Washington, however, led at halftime before Dan Reeves unleashed a trick that had fooled the Redskins twice in 1993.
He has the handoff. Meggett. Option pass. Complete. Touchdown!
In one of 1994's finest individual performances, David Meggett threw for one touchdown and ran for two others. The Giants piled up 31 points and held off a feisty fourth-quarter Redskin comeback.
Braves sets up. Braves pumps, throws, end zone. Intercepted. John Moody, I think. 10-yard line. Moody moves down to the 20, and the Giants have won the football game.
Despite as many as 10 new players in his starting lineup, Dan Reeves' Giants have startled the experts, and maybe even themselves, by winning their first 3 games. But no transition season is without problems. In the coming weeks, Dan Reeves would face some of the most difficult challenges of his long and distinguished career. On a Monday night in October, the Giants paid tribute to one of their greatest warriors, Lawrence Taylor. No Giant player will ever again wear number 56. Indeed, they'll never find a blue shirt large enough to measure the heart of this champion.
This is about me and you. The Giant fans. Because you've always been there. No matter what was said, no matter what was written, no matter what was going on in my personal life, we've always been in this thing together. Without you guys, there wouldn't have been a Lawrence Taylor, but there wouldn't have been an LT. Thank you very much.
Lawrence Taylor's retirement ceremony was also a sad reminder that he's no longer playing. That was also the case with Phil Simms, whose own number 11 retirement ceremony awaits him in the future. The Giants knew that carrying on without these two would be tough. That fact may have been overlooked during the 3-0 start. It wasn't during the months of October and November. Over the course of 7 weeks, the Giants plummeted from promising playoff contenders to hard luck losers. While every season has its share of tough calls and bad breaks, the Giants could write a book or make a highlight film about the misfortunes that haunted them. They lost 7 games in a row. None were more frustrating than a defeat against Arizona, where victory was snatched from their grasp in the final seconds. There were many reasons for the losing streak, but linebacker and team captain Michael Brooks probably had the most sound answer of all.
Young team, man. Young team, man. Got a young team.
There was no question about it. The Giants were a young team, and young teams take time to grow. The Giants may not have been winning, but they never lost face, never stopped believing in themselves. In times like this, veteran leadership is vital. No player exemplified that better than Michael Brooks.
Got slide gaps forward, ready? Get your hands up, D-line. Pass! Pass! He going in motion. Run your way, Hammer. Run! Watch the run! Run! Run right! Run left over the Hammer. I'm hitting it. Draw, draw.
In his second year in New York, Michael Brooks truly proved to be a giant among young men. He was the team's leading tackler and a unifying presence on a defensive unit that featured many different players playing new roles. Among those who had to learn quickly were linebackers Corey Widmer, Marcus Buckley, and number 98, Jesse Armstead. Pleasant surprises in a revamped secondary included number 37, safety Jesse Campbell, and number 23, rookie cornerback Thomas Randolph. It was Randolph's outstanding speed that first drew the attention of the Giants and their opponents. As the season progressed, Randolph also displayed quickness and aggressiveness in coverage. Randolph's growth and development was symbolic of a proud and underrated defense. During the losing streak, this resilient group actually improved its league ranking, a considerable accomplishment. On offense, Dan Reeves didn't ask his young quarterbacks to do it all. He simply pointed them in the right direction. Rodney Hampton continued his assault on the Giant record book with his 4th straight 1,000-yard season. Ironman tight end Howard Cross, who has never missed a game in his 6 seasons, recorded a career-high 31 receptions. Aaron Pierce continued to grow and mature at the H-back position, while the ever-improving Chris Callaway crossed the 40-catch barrier for the first time. Then there was Mike Sherrard, who rebounded from a serious injury in 1993 to post career bests in yards, catches, and touchdowns. When Dan Reeves was searching for ways to end the losing streak, one prominent suggestion was to get the ball more often to Mike Sherrard. On a Monday night in November, with Kent Graham taking over for the injured Dave Brown, Reeves and the Giants did just that.
Back goes Graham, looking for anybody. Throws long, way for Sherrard. Complete, I believe he's in. Touchdown!
A pair of spectacular Mike Sherrard catches proved to be the difference in a hard-fought 13-10 victory.
37-yard attempt. The crowd is up, making it tough. Spot. Kick. It's got the distance. It is good.
One streak was over. Another was about to begin. On a Monday night in November, what looked like one small step actually turned out to be one giant leap.
5-game season. 9-7 ain't too bad. 9-7 ain't too bad. Don't count us out yet. It's not over till that big fat lady starts singing. She ain't hit a note yet. Don't count us out.
In the muck and mire of Washington, the Giants played with the passion of reborn men on a mission. Like a storm-ending ray of sunshine, the defense burst forth and never let the Redskins' offense into the end zone. Dave Brown was back at quarterback, wiser, tougher, and playing more boldly than he had before.
Brown with a good drop in the pocket. Throws as he's hit hard. Deep pass downfield. Complete by Marshall across the 40-yard line. What a great catch. Brown with a long count. Has the ball. Looking to his right. Looking to his right. Throws to his right. Deep in the end zone. Has a man. Touchdown. Callaway.
Callaway again.
God, it's about time we do something.
Brown takes the pitch, throws end zone, touchdown!
Like I said, 9-7 ain't bad. 4 more to go. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
First quarter. Brown has the ball, drops back. Brown is looking, throws, touchdown!
After a series of bad breaks during the losing streak, you might say the Giants were due for some things to bounce their way. But in Cleveland, it was all-out hustle, not just good fortune, that led to one of the most inspired efforts of the season.
Free ball, Giants have it!
The Giants forced 5 turnovers. Then they had to reach for something extra when Cleveland struck back to tie the game late in the fourth quarter. That something extra turned out to be a well-executed 2-minute drill directed by quarterback Dave Brown.
Dave Brown calling the signal. Cleveland with another all-out rush. Brown at the 7. Throws. Complete. First down. Across the 45. Back goes Brown in the pocket. Has a receiver. First down.
Brown perfectly positioned the Giants for victory. That came when Brad DeLuiso, who was a perfect 11 for 11 in 1994, kicked the game winner.
Snap. Spot. Kick. Looks like it's dead center. It is good.
The Giants were now 1 game away from battling back to 500. The return to the wind-swept Meadowlands looked like a warm homecoming, especially with hot-handed Dave Brown picking up where he left off in Cleveland.
Trying to pass. Whips one over the top. It is complete to the 50-yard line of the 45. The 40. Sherrard gets the 30. He's going to go, maybe. Sherrard does a 5. No signal. He's out of the 1-yard line.
Timely passes to Mike Sherrard and Howard Cross helped the Giants build a 10-point halftime lead. But nothing came easy for the 1994 Giants. Cincinnati tied things up in the final period. But the Bengals' late lightning just gave Dave Brown another chance to strike again with some 2-minute thunder.
Brown has time. Throws over the middle. He's got his man. He's got Pierce again. First down. Across the 50-yard line. Dave Brown on the 50. Has a receiver. First down catch to Callaway. At the 30 throws. Screen left side. Has Beckett out of the backfield. Beckett gets the 25-yard line. First down. Brown has the ball. Hands on. Touchdown. Hampton.
Once again, the Giants fought back, raising their record to 7-7. For the second week in a row, the man who engineered that comeback was Dave Brown. In 1994, no Giant stood up to more intense pressure than the young quarterback from Duke. Dave Brown had more than his share of growing pains, but he hung in, displaying a quality of toughness that even the most talented player cannot be taught.
Snap, he's got the ball, runs, touchdown!
The Giants' offensive line, like so much of the team, was a revamped unit. But with newcomer Lance Smith, number 61, new starter Brian Williams, number 59, and stalwarts Riesenberg, Roberts, and Elliott coming together, Dave Brown's confidence level grew. Dave Brown completed 57% of his passes and had the NFC's fourth highest average yards per throw. Even more impressive was his cool nature in the heat of battle. The last-minute march against Cincinnati, one of 3 Dave Brown-led comeback victories in the Giants' final 4 games, was a testament to his competitiveness.
Rolls over the middle, he's got his man, he's got Pierce again, first down, across the 50-yard line. Dave Brown on the 50, has a receiver, first down, catch to Callaway. Arthur Marshall's the slot inside right. Brown looking, throws, screen left side, has Megan in the backfield, Megan gets the 25. Brown has the ball, hands off, touchdown, Hampton.
In 1994, Dave Brown proved that the Giants can win with him at quarterback. And if they can win when he is 24 and still learning, then their future looks promising indeed. The December day was cold and dark. The atmosphere was inhospitable. A desperate Eagle team was in the throes of their own frustrating losing streak. In Philadelphia, it appeared that these were 3 things the Giants were not going to overcome. After 3 quarters, the Eagles owned the game's only touchdown. But these Giants had come too far to surrender just yet. The season's most improbable comeback was about to occur.
Motion to the left. Fakes to Walker, runs to the right at the goal line, throwing a bomb way downfield. Intercepted. Taken down by Thomas Randolph on the 45-yard line, and that's why you don't go. Handoff. Here comes. Megan is into the goal line. Touchdown.
He rolled over the tackler.
Kicks it away. Reverse end over end. Seidner calls. Takes it inside the 15. Crosses the 20. Gets down to the 30. 30 for fumble. Steph. Everybody's after the ball. The Giants say they've got it. They do. Giants have the ball. Brown drops, rolls to his right, looking for help, looking. Far side, man open, completes to Megan. Megan's got the 30, he's got the 25, the 20. Megan's got the 15, Megan to the 10, inside the 10 and down. Need a good snap, they got it, the spot, the ball is up and it is good. The Giants take the lead.
The Giants prevailed 16-13. They still had a clear shot at a winning record and the playoffs.
Got to win this one. It's on the line today. It's all season right here. We want to go forward to the playoffs. It's going to be tough, but I think we can do it, though. We got to hang in there together. It's going to take a whole effort from both sides of the ball. But, hey, that's what it's all about. Give us our respect today. That's right. We're going to take our respect today. It don't matter. Win, lose, or draw. We're going to beat that today. We're getting after them every play. Somebody getting whooped today. Somebody getting whooped. Get this thing rolling. Let's go. Let's go.
Right here from the start. Defense get us some field position now. Just cover this thing. It's winning on 3 now. 1, 2, 3.
Is deep behind Brown. Motion to the right side by Megan. Brown's looking left, looking middle. Goes right. He's got Gerard. 40, 35, 30. He's got the 20. He's got the 15.
The Giants took a 7-point halftime lead as Mike Sherrard capped off his greatest season.
You're pretty good for an old man. I tell you what, Gerard.
Rodney Hampton got his 1,000 yards as the Giants' control of possession time included the game's final 9 minutes. The defense stifled the Cowboys, limiting Dallas to 183 yards in yet another inspired effort by this young and improving unit. The Giants' playoff chances had by then slipped away, but it did not make their victory over Dallas any less sweet.
Drops into the end zone, gets out, sack! Where's the ball? Fumbles in the end zone. Giants have it. No! Safety.
With 6 straight victories, the Giants closed out 1994 as well as anyone in the NFL. It's too bad the season had to end.
Hit. Big sack. Behind the 35-yard line. Hand off to Hampton. Brown throws.
Yes, in their 70-year history, the Giants have fielded many winning teams, but few of them battled harder than the 1994 Giants. Just ask Dan Reeves. He would go to war with them any day of the year.
In the late 1950s and early 1960s, the New York Giants were the glamour team of the NFL. They had won the 1956 NFL title, were co-stars of the dramatic 1958 Sudden Death Championship, and thanks to the growth of nationally televised football, they featured some of the league's most familiar faces. It was the Giants' popularity that made them pioneers in a whole new ball game.
We were in New York. The communications business was not nearly as spread out as it is today. I think if any team that was successful in New York, whether it be football, baseball, basketball, whatever, would have been sort of the eye of the media at that time.
Middle linebacker Sam Huff became the first football player to be the subject of an hour-long TV documentary.
What do you do that for, 88? You do that one more time, 88, I'm going to sock you one. Now, don't do that. You run again, you get a broken nose. Don't do that. Hit me on the chin with your elbow.
The violent world of Sam Huff opened the doors of opportunity to many Giant players. Although back then, it was need rather than greed that caused the extracurricular activity.
Gifford had TV shows, Summerall had TV shows. We all did little things on the sideline. You had to. Didn't make enough money to live in New York on the kind of money that we made playing with in those days.
I had my own pregame show with Chris Schenkel while I was playing, starting in 1957. We'd film a half-hour or 15-minute show that would come on prior to the Dumont Network show of the telecast of the Giants, which was fun.
I'm Frank Gifford. I've been in the league for 10 years. When you're with the Giants, you learn that football is a game of percentages.
It was during that period that Madison Avenue, the advertising mecca, became aware that athletes were good means by which to sell whatever products they were involved with.
I did a print ad for Vitalis. I also did a commercial.
Hey, Joe, are you still using that greasy kid stuff on your hair? What else? Vitalis. That's what else.
The good-looking Gifford usually got the prime parts, but Madison Avenue had plenty of roles to go around.
Charlie Connolly was going to be the Marlboro man, and he got this Marlboro contract, and they were going to use this on a big poster with him on a horse. And I saw the proofs of this thing, and I said, Charlie, I'll be darned. You are perfect. You've got the perfect cowboy face, and you look like you were born on a horse. And he said, Coach, I've never been on a danged horse in my life.
Maybe Charlie Connolly wasn't really a cowboy, but Dick Nolan did enjoy a cigarette from time to time.
This was a still shot that went on Look magazine, Life magazine, the back ends of it, and then was on all Railroad Express trucks, and then all the newspapers too. This was right at Broadway and 44th Street, and right there near the Times building. I always used to kid about it with people and tell them that there was a guy down there pressing pants, and when he pressed his pants, the smoke ring came out and went across Broadway.
I don't think at that time the agencies that have done all of the exploratory stuff as to what smoking is all about, and beer drinking too for youngsters, I don't think it came into effect. This was something new. This was the marketplace.
There's something about an athletic hero that people that want to see, whether they want to be role models or not, they are. And you didn't have to be a brilliant ad agency guy to know that if I was having a good year, Sam Huff was having a good year, this guy, America must want to know about him.
After their loss to the Bears in the 1963 championship, the great Giant team that had won 6 conference titles in 8 years faded away. But a seed had been planted, and pro football's advertising would never be the same again. Whether it was Broadway Joe or Mean Joe or just a guy named Bo, they would all make a ton of dough in advertising. You might say they owe a small debt of gratitude to a team that played in New York in the late 50s and early 60s. A team often known as the Madison Avenue Giants.
Come on, Sport, get that greasy stuff out of your hair.
Remember the greasy kid stuff? That's still around, I think.
Yankee Stadium has showcased many great New York sports legends. There was Y.A. Tittle, the passer, and Whitey Ford, the pitcher. There was a middle linebacker named Sam, a slugger named Mickey, and of course, an immortal named Babe. But in the mid-60s, the Yankees and Giants were dynasties in decline. Yankee Stadium needed a new hero. The man who filled that role was a quiet receiver from Texas Southern. He wore number 45, and like those stadium stars of old, he was a big play performer. In fact, his name seemed to be the stuff of legend. His name was Homer Jones.
He was slim-waisted, he had heavy, strong legs, very strong legs, had big hands, and he could run that 100 in anything you wanted it. I mean, anything that the guys today run it in.
As a collegiate track star, Homer Jones had once beaten 1964 Olympic sprint champion Bob Hayes. But despite enormous physical talent, Homer's small college training hindered his development in the NFL. When the intricacies of the pro offense mystified him, he was often known to diagram his route right on the spot, a ploy that confused defenders more than his own teammates.
We had a St. Louis cross called in the huddle, and that was a wideout. Homer's split end position was supposed to run about 10 yards down the field and cross over the middle of the field and catch the ball. Homer ran a fly straight down the field. Quarterback picked it up, hit him for about a 75-yard touchdown. After the game on Tuesday during the films, Allie Sherman lit into him. Homer, it was supposed to be a St. Louis cross. Now, Donna, you got to know those plays. Homer, that was a St. Louis cross. And Homer said, well, Coach, how was it for distance?
The freewheeling Jones not only improvised pass patterns, he also changed forever the etiquette that goes with scoring a touchdown. Elmo Wright certainly invented end zone choreography, and White Shoes Johnson scored high marks in artistic impression. But such behavior was non-existent in the NFL until Homer Jones came along in the mid-1960s to haphazardly create what is known as the spike.
Well, I had always said that when I made my first touchdown, I was going to throw the ball in the stands. And in the meantime, I had forgotten that they had changed the rules on the off season. That I think it was a $500 fine for throwing the ball in the stands. And as I crossed the goal line, my intentions and my ambitions was always to throw that ball in the stand, but I thought about that $500 and it came down and I threw it on the ground. So that was the original spike right there, the origin of it.
In a true reflection of the times, Homer became a New York City cult hero, while back home in tiny Pittsburgh, Texas, he emerged as the town's #1 celebrity.
Jones, these are the ones that kind of slightly pushed me up into football. In fact, when the high school days, I only had one on my side, and that was him. She was against the football playing because she had bought me a saxophone.
He came out to the barn and asked me, he said, I want to play football. Mama want me to play in the band like a sissy. I said, I want to play football. I said, can I play football? I said, you think you can play football? He said, yeah.
Despite never having played on a winning team, Homer Jones was one of the greatest deep receiving threats in his time. 3 times he surpassed 1,000 yards in receiving in a season. and he still holds the NFL's highest career average gain with 22.2 yards per catch. Football historians might have looked more kindly on him had a reoccurring knee problem not limited him to just 6 full-time seasons.
In the years that followed, if he'd been with a really good team, he would have been one of the great receivers of all time.
Homer Jones, a true original in the field of aerial artistry, and a worthy successor to the legendary sports figures who preceded him on the playing field of New York's hallowed Yankee Stadium.